Hello wild ones, it's Cypress, and today we're looking at BH Cosmetics for the very first time. I have never tried anything from this cosmetics company before. This is the look that I got, so if you want to see how I did this, keep watching. So it was time for me to restock my makeup, and I thought, why not try something I've never tried before? I've been using e.l.f. pretty consistently for years, and I'd really like to branch out a little bit. I've been hearing a lot of good things about BH Cosmetics, and they're comparable in price to e.l.f., especially since they have sales all the time. Now, I was targeting only sale items, and I did not find a contour, and I did not find a setting spray. I think I got everything else. So for contour, we'll just use eyeshadow. Let's get into how this happened. BH Studio Pro Anti-Shine Anti-Brilliance. 0.7 fluid ounces. It's tinted. I don't think I've ever seen a tinted primer before. Dab a small amount over or under makeup to diminish pore appearance and oil. Over makeup? What is this? It was listed as it feels like a primer. Okay, feels very much like a silicone primer. Whether it's poreless or not, I guess we'll see as I get my face as red as I possibly could. Feels lightweight. Feels very, very silicone-y. A form of silicone is the primary ingredient. Foundation. I got the two lightest warm shades. 1 fluid ounce each. This one is slightly dinged up right here. The packaging is classy looking. The glass is frosted. It feels like it's really glass. It's cold to the touch. 201 ivory and 205 fair golden. It's quite the pump there. Like, how giant do you think my thumb is? I should have started counting. How many pumps is this gonna take? Are you get broken? Okay, my thumb is hurting. That's very discouraging. Let's see if the other one's any easier. This is the 201 ivory. What am I doing wrong, people? Okay, that sounds like I did something. Okay. There we go. It seems like you have to actually turn this around to get it to start working. That's weird. Normally you can feel it when a lid is like that, when a pump. Oh, it's gonna be one of those deals where I'm right in the middle. I think we're gonna go with the light, with just a little bit of the next light in it, and see what happens. There we go. It's working now. I feel like the blender is really eating up most of this product, but it's a brand new sponge, so of course it's soaking up a lot. Okay, dang. Let's go for another coat. It feels very lightweight. Is this supposed to be full coverage? Hyaluronic acid to keep the skin hydrated. Lightweight formula, natural looking satin finish, medium to full coverage. It's feeling light to medium to me. Let's see if we can build it though. This is applying a lot easier than the e.l.f. foundation. And I'm getting a lot less settling in my not so fine worry lines here. This is 2 layers of foundation now, and it's still, I'm not getting that ready to go on stage feel, which is fine. We could just pretend my skin looks this good. Oh, I didn't get my ears. Concealer. I went ahead and got the lightest concealer they had. Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer. Shade 100. That's some cool looking packaging, actually, with that gradient there. People, help me out. This is not an applicator that I'm familiar with. What the? Oh, I squeeze it. Okay, there we go. Ooh. I'm gonna just start with that little dollop. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's not as thick and heavy as the camo concealer that I've been using. It's lightly brightening, but it's not super brightening, so I don't have to be really sparing with it. Well, that's blending out easily. It's actually not quite as brightening as I would like, so for most of you out there, it's probably going to be very brightening. All right, we'll do a little bit more for my nose. I'm not sure this is as heavy duty as the camo concealer, and I might still want to use that, especially for my nose area, which tends to get rubbed off mysteriously almost immediately. I like how easily it goes on, and I like that it's very natural looking, but I am getting just a little bit of settling into the delicate little under eye areas here. Usually I would use e.l.f.'s eye setting powder, but we don't have that here because we're doing all BH, so... All right, BH Studio Pro Matte Finish Pressed Powder. Well, that is a thick compact. Oh, very easy open. Let's see if we can set this concealer with the regular face powder. I haven't done this in a while. Smooth out where it's settled. I'm definitely still at this point getting less settling in my forehead worry lines, but we're gonna go ahead and do some direct setting just because I don't think there's a product out there that can withstand the power of my worry lines. So yeah, we'll just give it every fighting chance. I like to do all the contouring type things before I do the powder. I didn't get a contour, so we're gonna have to turn to the eyeshadow palette. So let's open up the eyeshadow palette. This is different. We've got a clear frosted plastic Foil Eyes 28 color eyeshadow palette. Boy, those are pretty. They're slightly less impressive in real life than they are in the camera, actually. I specifically chose this palette because one, it was on sale, and two, it's got so many, well, they looked like rust online. These colors here looked very rusty, but they're actually more brownish mauve. So that's a little disappointing, but they're pretty colors. Over here, these are more true mauve. And then, of course, purples. Looks like there's a navy blue in there, a brilliant blue, aqua gray. And then, of course, the bright yellows and a green, which are gonna be really nice. What are we gonna use for contour? Let's just go in with this shade right here. Okay, I like how smoothly it goes on. And it looks like my battery's dying, so we're gonna have to stop here. So we're back. 2 hours later, I went to go change the battery, and my fresh battery, completely empty. I went ahead and powdered my face because I didn't want the foundation to sit that long without being set. I did discover that this has a little trap door, and there's a little spongy type poof in here. Does anybody use the sponge that comes with these things? I don't have much to say about the powder. I'm not an aficionado with powders, but it went on very light. It didn't change the color or tone of my skin at all, and I think it's sitting really well. It does not work as an under eye setting powder. I've got a lot of settling. It's not good. Okay, so we're gonna start contouring again with powder on the face and a fresh battery. The other one's in the charger. And again, going back in with this color. Yeah, it's a little streakier after the powder than before, but still not bad at all. Color-wise, it's kind of working more like a bronzer than straight up contour, but that's okay. I think it works pretty well. See if we can calm it down a little bit. Yeah. Yep, I could do that without a problem. Eyeshadow is pretty versatile in a pinch. And I'm liking how warm that shade is. Just look a little flushed. I'll set this aside until we get back to the eyes. Eyebrows. Shade and Define Duo Brow Pencil. I got the eyebrow pencil in the shade Auburn. We will see how auburn it is. Usually they're not very auburny because, you know, people with red hair don't actually exist. Oh, interesting. It's a lot thicker on one end than the other. Shade and Define. Wouldn't that be Define and Shade? Ooh, that is a little itty bitty. Itty bitty. That'll work for, this is not an eyebrow brush, but I don't want to go find one right now. Okay, so far it's going on fairly light, which I like because it gives me a lot of control. This has a lot more finesse-ability going on. And it's especially important for me because I have such itty bitty thin eyebrows. If I had shrubbery on my face, it wouldn't be so difficult, but I really have to get the lines just right because I'm basically drawing eyebrows on for 5 hairs on each side of my face. Okay, this is looking pretty brown to me. I'd say it's warmer than neutral, but okay. Are those even close to being sisters? I'll take cousins right now. Overall, I'm really liking this because it's so narrow and it goes on light enough and builds. You can really get the line where you want it, and that's awesome. A little darker than I'm used to, but I could have put them on a lot lighter. So yes, on this. Next, blush. I couldn't get the color that I wanted because it was already sold out, but this is pretty close. I was going for as orange a blush as I could find. Most blushes are very pink. And I'm not a pink person, years to the contrary, but I really think the oranges, apricots, they look a lot better on my skin than, how does this open? Anyway, this is the Floral Blush Duo Cheek Color. It looks just like the box. Yeah, the big flower is more like what I'm looking for, and then the little flowers are very pink. We're testing this out, so let's just get a good swatch here. Blush brush, you get a good swatch. Oh, that's a lot. Actually going a lot lighter than that. Yeah, it's a little pinker than I like, but I also grabbed way more than I wanted to. We'll fix this. First of all, let's diffuse that a little bit. That's really bright. I'm not a pinky person, and that, ugh. Okay, that's looking a little better. I'm liking the way this pressed powder, it's really good at diffusing that color. What do you think? Okay, yeah, much nicer if you start by picking up only a little, unless that's the look you're going for. All right, we're back to eyes. Now, this is the Foil Eyes palette, and they're all kind of shimmery. I don't feel like this is probably a standalone palette because you need some mattes. I mean, my cheeks didn't turn out shimmery after I sculpted them, so maybe it does stand alone as a palette, and I am not getting it back open! Open! I think I'm gonna try to focus on the yellows for the eyelids because that's really what attracted me to this palette. And there really isn't a shade that is my skin tone. Let's try this peach shade and hope it's not too dark. We'll go in real light. Okay, yeah, definitely a little sparkle there. Wouldn't want to use this as a base on the regular. That seems to have straightened up my creasing situation. So hopefully we've got that sorted. Transition shade. I am really drawn to this light brownish color right here for that. Oh yeah, that's a really nice transition shade for my pale eyelid skin. That sounded creepy. Pale eyelid skin sounds creepy. Okay, that went on beautifully. It blended out. It was real easy to get a gradient without really working at it. There's a grayish color over here. Okay, there's definitely pigment there. Pretty. Seems to have that same blendability the other two colors have demonstrated. These colors are not extremely pigmented, and the benefit in that is that I can start light and build up, like having control over my color saturation. Okay, I'm actually really liking this gray color. I think I'm gonna end up using this a lot. So what we're gonna do now is the eyelids. So I'm gonna start the light yellow and then the dark yellow and then this orangey yellow. It looks more orange on camera than in real life. And we'll see what we can do across the eye and see how that works. Okay, that is showing up. I don't think I've ever tried yellow eyeshadow before, so this could be interesting. All right, darker yellow. This darker yellow doesn't seem quite as opaque as the other shadows have been. Just for grins, I want to see what this looks like with setting spray. We're just going to use e.l.f. setting spray. Oh yeah, it definitely goes on thicker and with more of a metallic sheen. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, that's electric. That is some serious yellow. Waterline. We don't have eyeliner, so we're gonna use the darkest shade in here, which I think is that really dark gray we haven't tried yet. Oh yeah, that's dark enough. I'm really liking this combination of the gray and the yellow. I'm thinking this is a look. This is not working really dark as an eyeliner, but it's not intended to be used as an eyeliner, so I can't really complain about that. Ah, second layer is the charm. Before I get too carried away with eyeliner, we still need to put this orangey color. It's definitely a setting spray color. Oh yeah, there's some good depth. I think that's light enough. We're gonna add another darker color. I'm gonna try this one down here and see. Ah, yep, that worked. That gives us more of that orangey color that I'm looking for. Now, so far these are behaving beautifully. No surprises. They're pretty consistent. Oh, I could really use a good flesh tone right now though. This peachy is a little dark for defining the underside of my eye here. But we'll make do. Let's go back to this really dark gray and just a little blending. These things are blending great. For eyeliner, they really can't quite get concentrated enough to get as dark as I would like and opaque as I would like. So I don't recommend this to double as eyeliner. Oh. Highlight, highlight. Hey, all right. That's really a highlight. Yes. I think we have a winner. Let's try some inner corner. Highlight is something that's really hard for people who are already near transparent. Okay. We're gonna call that good. Definitely need eyelashes. So let's start with the mascara. You know what? I don't have as much light as I did earlier. I'm gonna turn on a couple more bulbs. Okay, that looks better. We lost daylight, people. As I was saying, BH Cosmetics Stellar Lash Volumizing Mascara. Very 90s packaging. Oh yeah, okay. Not really a fan of this applicator, but it's working. Tiny clumping already. This is going on a little clumpy. I can't tell if it's the formula or just this applicator. I'm really not a fan of this applicator. I feel like it's pushing too many of my eyelashes together instead of separating them. All right, one more coat of mascara. Yeah, the end gets really soupy. Yeah, this is not competing with my regular eyelash mascara. Ugh. Okay, maybe I'm just not used to this applicator, but I'm getting major clumps, Phil. Ugh. Flashback to the 80s and the 90s. Maybe that stuff works better on people with fuller eyelashes, with just more hair. Yeah, Clumpsville. Not going to be recommending that unless there's some kind of trick to using it more effectively. Before we do a lip, I got some eyelashes. These are the D302 false eyelashes, a demi-wisp of some kind, or wispy, I can't remember what the name was. I don't know, they look a little plasticky to me, but let's try them out before we judge. But in the meantime, I realized we have not highlighted the face, so why don't we do that? This is the Black Light Highlight 6-color palette. This wouldn't have been my first choice, pinks and greens and blues, but I was trying to go with what was on sale. And I don't actually know if these are called black light because they look like what a black light glow looks like, the color-wise, or if they actually glow in a black light. So there they are. I'm super pale, so we're just gonna go in with strobe. Okay, seems like there's fallout. Ooh, oh, okay. Okay. I think that's working. I think that's probably overkill, but I'm having a little fun here. I have no idea what I'm doing, can you tell? Lots of fallout. Plenty of fallout there. But this is a nice glow. Okay, how's the sound? I couldn't leave the furnace off any longer. I'm hoping it's not carrying over on this microphone. It is so cold today, and I just can't keep filming with the heat off. All right, so it's the right lash. The band's really thin. Does not feel very flexible. It's getting pliable as I'm working with it. Okay, I take it back. Ooh, do I need to trim these? No, actually these look narrow enough to work with my little eyes, so we're just gonna go with that. Yeah, that was poorly executed. Okay, that's not even, nope. I'm gonna try that again. Okay, that went a little better. I think I got the eyelash a little further this way. It's kind of closing my eye off at the end there. Okay, now can we make the other one match this side? There's going to be a little learning curve for me on these lashes. They handle a little bit differently than most of the lashes that I've been using and trying, but I think it's just a learning curve. I think it's just a different kind of tension in the lash. I don't think they're actually problematic, and I'm kind of digging the way this looks. They looked a little plasticky in the pan to me, but on my eyes, they seem to fit my face a lot better than some of the more dramatic lashes that I've tried before. It's like they've got the drama without looking completely like I'm going on a drag stage, right? All right, I'm not mad at these. I'm kind of liking what they're doing for my eyes. Finally, we need a lip. What I want to try today, this is the Royal Affair 5-piece liquid linen set. It comes with this funky sequined little case. I'm not a pink person, so I'm gonna have to find something to do with this or someone to give it to, but it's kind of fun. I love the pom-pom. I might snitch the pom-pom off of here. And the lipsticks, just hanging in there loose. So we've got 5 shades. I don't know, they looked a lot redder on the picture online. I guess we'll see. Boy, which one of these goes with what I'm wearing today? Let's see here. Oh, who am I kidding? I want to try the orangest one, so let's do that. It's the middle of winter, and my lips are pretty rough, but we will go ahead and see what we can do with this anyway. Wow, one swipe coverage for one lip. The applicator is very soft. It has no smell. Okay, I had to go in twice for the upper lip. I'm not real good at defining the upper lip with these things. I much prefer a lip liner, so learning curve for me is real slow with liquid lips. This is a little sloppier than I would like. I went faster than I normally would. Wow, I like it. It's a lot darker, very dark, very pigmented, redder than I thought. So maybe these pinky ones won't be quite so pink. We'll have to see. My lips are so unevenly shaped. I can't think of what I want to say because they're just if you can tell how this works at all from my lopsided lips, it went on very liquidy. I had time to work it in where I wanted. It didn't dry so fast that I couldn't put it on, but it is drying down fairly quickly and fairly thoroughly. So I am getting a little bit of drying. It's a liquid lip, you're going to. So this is the look. But what I'm gonna do is setting spray. I'm gonna go fix my hair so that I have actual hair going on, and I will come back and give you a synopsis of how this is holding up after a little while. We'll fast forward and get my final thoughts. We're back. We haven't had a full day wear test, but I gotta say I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far. The eyebrows are working pretty well. I'd prefer to get them a little bit redder. The lip color are already getting some breakage here. I'm not gonna fault the lippy though, because it's the middle of winter and no matter what I do, I'm drying out like an old sack of potatoes that got left in the root cellar for 2 years. My upper lip is a better example as I make the most ridiculous faces possible. I don't think there's any problem with the longevity of the lip color. It's simply that my lips are dying in this dry air. Oh, and I did swatch the lipsticks. Here they are. It looks like 3 of them are a pretty good nude color and I'll be able to use them. No on the pinks for me, but the other 4 are great. The eyelashes I'm kind of really loving. They're on a little wonky because I didn't get them on right in the first place, but from the feel of them, they're gonna hold up well for multiple wears. I may buy these again. I'm really liking the shape and the drama without, you know, being giant caterpillars on my face, which you've probably seen if you've watched very many of my videos because I like a good dramatic lash to the point of occluding half of my face. Highlight, I'm liking. I probably gooped it on a little funny because I haven't used a highlighter like this before, but I'm liking it and I will enjoy getting used to how this actually works because it is actually highlighting my cheekbones and the highlighters I've used before are not very dramatic. Eyeshadows, happy with the color payoff, happy with the blending. The blush, I think it works great. It's very pigmented, use a light touch and build. Concealer's working. The foundation, there's a minimal creasing where I would expect some creasing. I gotta admit, I'm not seeing the pores on my nose, so I think the primer actually worked really well. The mascara is a no for me. It's gloppy. The applicator is really hard to get clean enough to use well. Couldn't make it work for me today. Powder, I think it went on smoothly and light. It set the foundation without seeming to have a presence of its own, if that makes any sense. The whole face feels less makeup-y. So that's my first time trying BH Cosmetics. What do you think? I'm pretty happy. I'm going to be continuing to use probably all of this except for the mascara. So let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching today and sharing this discovery. I hope you had fun. And of course, for all your makeup needs, keep it wild. Hi. reasonable price to Elf. There's this cat on my dude. There's cats everywhere. Have an eyebrow brush with me.